Good morning, everybody. Friday open Blitz challenges here on lichess and Twitch. I am your host. Welcome, Troll. Who else is in the house this morning? Marty Matsko, Moobot, Dracofire, King Marcher. Alright, Dracofire challenges, Troll challenges. We're taking open challenges 5+3 only. You must challenge 5+3 casual, and you must have 100 rated games. Nobody anonymous and new. Have to have an established account with real rated games on it. Troll is first. Alright, Troll. Let me fix the board. Is our board good? Board's good. Welcome, everybody. Okay, Chess Knight 60. What about the position of the king and pieces here? Troll establishing control of the center. Where's our weak point? G7, G2. Know your weak point. Queen G5. Sharp continuation. What about E5? It's the Aliakin's defense. Maybe E5 is good. We haven't seen... Oh, we got Dracofire also. Haven't seen in a long time. 10-year-old. I expected F3 from Troll. As advertised. So White has space advantage based on the central phalanx. Let's see if he pushes to D5. He does. He does. I don't know about this move, but it activates the rook. Here for a whooping. Alright. Well, stay for a while. So 93. Don't like that square, I have to say. What's up, guys and girls, peoples of the universe? Good morning here from Budapest, Hungary. It's Friday. Been very strange not to have Astrobate opening the streams for us. He's usually here. So what's this? Bishop F2. Where are you going with that? Just headed for controlling C5. You're anticipating my outpost. Anticipation. Anticipation of outpost. Now, this isn't really the proper place to have a king, I would say. If you have White having a space advantage with a D5 wedge, you probably don't want your king to be in the vicinity of that strong point, really. It should be over here. Like, if this were a King's Indian, my king would be on G8. Out of that area where White has spatial advantage. The idea was... Oh, I can't talk. Yeah, whatever. Let's clip that. I can't talk this early in the morning. You wrote Caruana, and I sort of tried to say that, but it was something else was coming out. Caruana plays Nepo, very critical game, obviously. Unfortunately, not enough rounds. Now knight takes e5 is threatened. Coulda, woulda. I didn't think he would actually do this move. Weird. So it's a double threat, though. He's also threatening knight takes this, maybe. It might be a threat. Bishop takes c5, I guess, is the main threat. So he called my bluff. Indeed. Well, I honestly don't really like my position. As usual, against Troll, who's a chess 960 opening expert. Yeah, this is the thing. It's a single round, well, no, double round robin. But, still seems like a relatively short tournament, 14 rounds. For an important event of that magnitude, 14 rounds is not that much. Double round robin. Quadruple round robin would be cool. I would like that better. Oh, you're going to try to win a pawn. Greedy. Did I have knight takes e4 there? Wow. He's just going for that material. I'm going to have to sacrifice this one. I can't let him play knight takes a5. I just blundered. As usual. As usual. Another blunder. Getting completely outplayed. Of course. Of course, when Troll plays just 960, he magically becomes like 500 points stronger than in normal chess. Yeah, in the old days they had 24 round type of tournaments. If you look at the games of World Champions, exactly. Those old tournaments were great. You'd see players like Korchnoi, Petrosian, Spassky. Long round robins with 20 plus rounds were common. Soviet Championship. Those type of things. But not today. But I mean, you'd get more accuracy in results if you have more rounds. The problem with the modern system is that the results are more random. I mean, if you just have a 9-round tournament, it's really random. I mean, I want to see matches rather than tournaments for something as important as the World Championship. It would be better. A whole system of matches like in the old days. I mean, there's a lot of interest in chess now, and a lot of sponsorship. If you look at chess streaming, all the stuff that Magnus Carlsen's doing, there's no shortage of financial support and sponsors. It looks like the Pomniachi is a huge favorite, but like King Marcher said, anything can happen, especially this game is important. So it's like who they play in the last couple of rounds. At that point, you know what, there's 3 rounds left or 4 rounds left. They played 8, 9, and 10. So it's 11, 12, 13, 14. 4 rounds left. You know, 1 point advantage is massive. he's castling queenside, of course. That's kingside. Whatever side it is. Chess 960 bothers me. I don't like it. Not fun. He forces me to play this, but I don't play chess 960. Basically. White's play is on a very high level positionally. My only hope is to like beat him on time. The only hope is to win his knight, but even that doesn't work. Let's see, h5, e5 takes. Whoa. So he's suddenly able to play very high level blitz. Oh my god. What? Where did rook takes come from? I'm having trouble predicting his moves. He's never blundering. Let's get some blunders. Twitch, I guess, isn't really important in the grand scheme of chess. I really doubt, like, 100 years from now, anyone will be remembered for being a Twitch streamer. World champions will still be important. Alright, let's just forget about this game. No more chess 960. Please. I don't want to think about it. Future of the culture of chess. Taking challenges 5+3. Anyone with an established rating is welcome to play. Thanks for subscribing. So what do we got so far today? And we got a follow from Antito, Brew, Bruh. Alright, thank you guys for following. Bruh. Where is everyone? All of my my usual friends. Acerbate's not here. Let's see who's online. Yabatis was here earlier. What's up? Iobates. So this feels like the Scotch opening. Bishop c5 is very rare. You can't really play bishop b6, and I think that's why this isn't popular. You can play bishop b4 check, and I've had... No, I don't think you can give me the bishop with like d6 or b6. So after knight b3, you draw my knight away from the center and you play bishop b4 check. I mean, that's got to be the proper way to play that. But again, it's not very common. It's not clear that bishop c5, knight b3 necessarily benefits black. Let's say knight c3, bishop c5, knight b3, bishop b4 check. Does that really benefit black? $9.59? You mean there's no real chess? Real chess has been removed from the deck? Not fair. All right. We got 6 challenges. 10-year-old, not a sleepyhead. Sleepyhead has enough games. JNS. Nemo also has enough games. Play like Kasparov and Scared Knight. Most of you I know. There are a few new people. You predicted 10 years from now there will be FIDE, Bullet, and Ultra Bullet. I predict 10 years from now. Well, I hope 10 years from now FIDE doesn't exist. Some better chess organization will have taken its place, but or it's been cleaned up. Not a fan of that organization. Rook e8. Bullet chess ratings. Alright, whatever. Waste of time. You won't find sympathy for Bullet here. So should I take this bishop? It's funny, I mean, I guess it's boxed in. There's part of me that's telling me not to take on e7. Part of me that's saying I should. Yeah, all global sport organizations are corrupt, of course. Some are more corrupt than others. More openly corrupt. Alright, so I regret doing what I did now. That pawn is a problem. Thanks everybody for tuning in. No stream tomorrow. We're going to be back We will be back on Sunday. Bam, D5. Wow. D5. Who would have thunk it? He could just play D5. Black Dracofire has a very strange score against me. 1.5 out of 61 games. But that doesn't make sense given his strength. Don't understand how that was the case, actually. Probably almost impossible that you wouldn't have scored more than 1.5 points out of me at approximately 2,000 strength. Never quite I quite got that. You have to challenge me on lichess. You just have to click on my account, right click on my name. You can right click on my name, bring up a little, I can't do it with myself, but you can bring up a little menu when you right click on my name on lichess and challenge me. You can do that with anybody, obviously, on the site. Armutuna. Queen e4. What is happening here as this position gets weirder and weirder? Weird blur and weird blur. Queen e4. Geometric precision. Very interesting. Troll forgot to sack the exchange. Your Troll, your AI hasn't been enabled yet. But positional sacrifices are within your grasp, right? I've never seen a player as strong as this have 1.5 points against me. That's really weird. It was like he lost on purpose or something. I don't know. He can't have such a poor score. And a lot of the games were really close until the last possible second. I remember having lots of tough games against Dracofire. I didn't realize the score was so weird. That doesn't make any sense. Strangely geometric play by Black. Winning a pawn now? Yeah. I guess his score is going to improve today. Or I can just win on time in a lost position. You know, it's a weird feature of lichess that, why do they have that? I don't want to know my record against somebody constantly. It's a really curious. Does anybody else think that's kind of strange? This whole, like, we have to see our last 60 games together? Is that just my imagination, or it's weird, right? If you've lost like 60 out of 61 games against me, I don't think you want to see the score while you're playing me. Can you disable that in features? Because it's extremely strange. Having trouble finding a move here. Well, that's not really what I meant. Like going to Zen mode. Oh, we found another weird way to lose. This is just too bizarre, dude. Just like taking me apart. Now only 2 pawns up. But you'll lose on time in a winning position. Let me guess. Doesn't seem possible to flag him. I thought I was winning, but I guess not. I had a perpetual, but I avoided it. I don't know, dude. How can you possibly have this 1 point out of 60 score and play like this? And he entered the chat like, I'm here to get whooped. He's also actually very fast. Nothing about this account makes sense. How could you have a 1 and 60 score against me and be able to play like this? Let's check the opening. '87 is probably a mistake. Double question mark. Blunder for knight takes e7. But d5 is #1 move. Bishop takes #1 move. a5 I was afraid of here. Queen e4 is engine #1 move. Queen c2 is engine #1 move. Rook e2 is engine #1 move. But this is a mistake. Taking on c3 gives me a chance, and I have a chance to survive now. I think this point probably is a draw if I go play perfectly from here. But takes very good technique. The whole game was 6 seconds left. It's a master strength game by Black. Extremely strong. A lot of inaccuracies, but overall good. No conceivable way you could have 1 in 60 against me in your lifetime score and be able to play like that. Alright. Once 9-6, we played once before. Twice before. There's literally no way you could be 1 in 60 against me and be able to play like that. I don't know what you were doing in the other games, like losing on purpose or something. You'd have to be 1 in 60. Mitsotakis, I don't know what you're talking about. Show you the ratings? Oh, it seems like you improved a lot. Suddenly you're faster than me, even though you lost all of our 60 games on time. Yeah, definitely improved. Now you're like 2400 strength. Show the ratings on the screen. What do you mean? Alright, I can move the board over slightly. Yeah, the ratings are moved way over on the right. That's kind of odd, isn't it? Why are they so far apart? It doesn't make sense. Sorry. It doesn't make sense for the ratings to be like so far away from the name. Kind of weird. Like you don't know who to associate that with. It should be like closer to the name so you know who that represents. Yeah, that's really weird. Why is the rating all the way over on the right, like on the edge of the screen? That's strange. Maybe I should play bishop takes c7 there. Yeah, I understand what you meant now. I'm just not even thinking, just playing, reacting quickly. The ratings, yeah, don't make a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't judge people by the ratings, but I don't like it when accounts are inconsistent. I feel like I'm playing like multiple people on the same account a lot. That's a form of cheating. It's not as bad as using a computer, but what I don't like it is when like the same player is wildly varying in strength, like their roommates playing with their little brother or something. So one day they're like 1300 and the next day they're like 2100. the same player. You feel like you're definitely playing with like two different people. And I'm sure that a lot of people do that. They just share their account with their friends and roommates and stuff. That's what I'm saying, like, with the last game. He's not a computer, but he's like 1 in 60 against me. But if he was as good as he plays in that game, there's no way he can play that well and have been 1 in 60 against me. Yeah, but I mean, like, you see, the last game is clearly not an engine. You know, I mean, he's human. We both made a lot of mistakes, but you still feel the difference between someone who can beat you and someone who can't. There's a huge difference. Man, this guy is aggressive. I'm just concerned a lot of people, they share their accounts with their friends. And then you're playing like two different people. You never know like which one you're playing or something. Alright, queen c7. I'm going to break here with c4. Yeah, there's all kinds of shady dealings going on. I don't mean to start the discussion about cheating. I know that's taboo. We're never allowed to talk about cheating. People get upset. It's taboo anyway. It's bad luck. Alright, so c4 trying to open up the c file here. But I always thought the Dracofyre's results against me were weird. He had a lot of winning positions in all the games we played. Finally, he beat me for like the second time ever. He's improved a lot. Alright, so what's up here? You have a tactic? I have a tactic? Take? I can't take on c5. Wow. That's the whole point, and I fell for it. Damn. What am I going to do? Sack the exchange. Troll gave me the idea to sack the exchange, but it doesn't work. God. Does it work? I sack the exchange with rook takes c5. Rook c5, bishop c5, rook c1. I mean, I don't have to sack the exchange here, but I don't like my position. Again. If he gets that pawn rolling, he has a very strong game. Rook takes c5, bishop takes c5, rook c1. But I mean, I'm just worse there. So either way, I'm just worse. Losing again. Man, I must be bad. You can sack the exchange with rook takes c5, rook c1. But I think I'm just going to be not having enough compensation. But I don't really have a better idea. No, there's nothing there. What are you talking about with knight f7? There's nothing there. I'm just losing a piece. Like, I can't just be down a piece. An exchange sack is one thing. You're just like randomly giving away a piece like Crazy House with knight takes f7. That's not a sacrifice, that's a gift. This is a positional sacrifice. I'm sacrificing the exchange for a pawn, and I keep my strong knight on e5. You're just making up speculative stuff. I mean, knight takes f7, what do I do? Knight f7, king f7, resign, or what's my next move? He has bishop e4, but I have queen, I have just rook takes c7 there. Bishop e4, rook c7, bishop e1, rook takes b7. Some compensation. I doubt this is enough, though. Probably I'm losing. Objectively, but I'm a pessimist. But everything else left, his like queenside just like rolling down on me in a crushing way. But objectively, like, black is better. I would rather have the exchange. Not sure he played it optimally. My extra pawn, by the way, not that great. How about knight c6 here? Doesn't do anything. What does it do? Knight c6, knight b4. Alright, so we need to think about how to hold this. Queen d5, queen a2, rook takes b5, queen b5, or queen d5, rook d5, rook down. I mean, I'm in danger of losing here if he trades queens. By playing knight b4, maybe I can hold the base of my pawn chain and hold on. But it's an awkward situation. I might have to even play like queen b2 or queen back to b1 or something. Now I have knight e7 check and knight takes d5. And I get another pawn. Of course, there's always back rank mates and weird stuff we can play for. I don't see any mate though. But this is an important tempo. Now I have 2 pawns for the exchange and a fork there, so I'm winning. Oh, I had knight b4. Dude. No, knight b4 may not have worked because he would have had rook takes rook. I'm not sure. What? Oh, you have this? No. What? He has this? Oh my god, he has an unbelievable tactic. So I have to go into this. I missed it. Unclear situation now. It's probably like a draw. I mean, actually, it's not clear. My d-pawn's very strong. I'm going to get rid of this b-pawn, just in case. Probably we're winning here. Should I play d6? Then e4? Oh, I just got mated. Oh my god. Wow. Nice game. I just got mated. That's so sick. Another 1800 takes me out. Alright. Do I need that? Troll, I'm very close to... Dude, what are you talking about? I'm very close to... Don't ask me why I resigned, or I'll block you. I swear. It's not mate, it's just a winning position. The guy's up a rook in an endgame after king g1. I just missed rook h5. I had a totally winning position and blundered rook h5. King g1, rook a1 check, queen f1, rook h1 check, king h1, rook f1 check, king h2, rook d1, and he takes my d-pawn. So can you explain to me why I would not resign there with like 4 pawns against a rook and 2 pawns or something like that? Why would you not resign? I was winning, of course. Alright, I'm going to time you out now. GM Tranquilizer. Don't troll me. I'm going to get pissed. Of course I was winning before. But who sees rook h5 check? It's unbelievable. These 1800s are pretty good. How is he 1800? Like, seriously. Dude, who are you playing to be 1800? Try the hourly arena, so you'd be at least 2100. My last opponent. How could you be 1800? Seriously. He must be playing like the strongest players on lichess, or he doesn't play rated games or something. Yes, I was winning, but it was a close game. And it's not the first one. I played that guy 3 times, and every single game was brutally tough. Yeah, that's like a puzzle problem. I just thought the game was over, so I played whatever. You know, it's just... This is slightly better for white. There's some players who are purely tactics oriented. Man, he has a strong move now. But 13-year-old, 10-year-old is all positional play. His name says Lloyd. If you say so. I'm not so sure about that. Chrome 666. He said Lloyd or Lloyd. Do you know any Lloyds? Are you guys kidding? That's one of the most famous chess composers. You guys should really know that if you're chess players. Sad. He doesn't know that. Christopher Lloyd. This is chess stream, not naval architecture. The reference. Alright. Naval architecture? Because everybody knows that. Are you serious? There is such a thing? I thought architecture just involved buildings. That's weird. Alright. I'm just going to lose all my games to everyone who's 1800. He's 2100 now. His rating has gone up. Oh, wow. He's up to 2200 in classical. I guess I'm too rating oriented, but I've played this player a lot, and they were down around 19 mostly. So he's proving to be stronger in longer time controls. Not surprised. This is a chess stream, and Sam Lloyd is a very famous problem composer. You guys are supposed to know that as diligent chess players. Very disappointing. So b5, c5 takes. Why can't I play b5? Levenfish was a player like player. And he did Endgame Book with Smyslov, and he invented an opening line. He's just an all-around chess player. But Sam Lloyd was specifically a composer. I think it's equal. White still has a tiny edge, maybe. Queenside majority. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to watch me lose to everybody. I did manage to beat Troll in the first game. Don't forget to subscribe. Or subscribe your friends. So they can beat me too. Candidates tournament. Boom. Man, I saw a picture of Karpov at the candidates tournament. He looks horrible. He looks like fat and bloated and old. How old is Karpov now? I can't believe it. They had him weird. He was wearing some kind of weird jacket. Like, looked really, really awkward. A3. I thought he looked bad for 70. He's involved with the event. I don't think he looks great for 70. Oh, he's like an official organizer? He's in Russian politics. Tournament is in Yekaterinburg. But I still can't get over it. Karpov looks old, and the inventor of the Humpty Hump died. I don't know what the world is coming to. D5 maybe. D5, bishop takes F6. I feel like I'm frozen. I am frozen. You found it, Troll. Good job. Should I take with the king or the knight? Trading pieces out of cowardice. Now, do we take with the king or the knight? I just kind of like putting my king back on g7, and I'm going to walk into some kind of tactic like queen d4 check. Maybe it's better I didn't do that. The knight sucks here. He's not a computer. He's just a good positional player. He's 2200 in classical. The guy's been properly trained, probably. unlike most of us. I don't know, though, if 10-year-old's like a kid or an old man. I can't figure it out. It depends if he's 10 years old, that's his age, or if he likes scotch. I never could figure it out. But I feel like he plays more like an old guy than a kid. Very sound sort of strategic play. Rook takes, rook c8. What's my plan here? Queen d5. I don't play against computers. I retired from that a long time ago. I sort of think I quit playing computers in like 2003. That was the end. So I don't play against lichess or any engines anymore. It's bad for your game. It just makes you afraid. It looks like he blundered the pawn. He's sort of panicking. There was no need to give me that pawn. There's no sense playing with computers if you have no chance to beat them. That ended in 2002, 2003 or so. Wouldn't recommend it. If you play with computers, you'll just like become a defensive player. Terrified to do anything. You gotta play against humans and use computers for training. No, seriously, that's what started to happen to me, even 15 years ago. Once you realize you're like barely able to draw, and you have no chance of winning against an opponent, like there's no reason to play them anymore. You'll just like, it'll change the way you play the game to the point where you're so defensive you can't even play anymore. Then when you turn around and play humans, you'll be too passive. Well, he lost on time, but he was better. I mean, this was a good game for white. He's better even here, but it's not enough to win. Probably. He loses a pawn for no apparent reason. It's still probably a draw after that. Alright, so not a sleepyhead. 2100 with enough games. I just asked if people have 100 games. I don't want to play somebody who was just creating their account. Not a sleepyhead. It's a funny name. It's an unusual move. I mean, who plays knight f3 against the Caro-Kann? There's one variation I can think of, but it's very rare. Bobby Fischer, take, knight e5. Or sometimes people play e5, but this is basically a rare move. Either you don't know theory or you're playing an offbeat line on purpose. Those are the only two. Just, this is a variation, but to note, I note that most people who play this line will play knight c3 first. He's transposing to a good variation. What is the reasoning for that, though? If we think about it, why is knight c3 more common than knight f3 first? Not really sure. There are many different ways for black to play this. I'm just trying to understand why the move order makes a difference. Black's going to play d5. I mean, I guess if you think about it, black could, on knight c3, black could play e5, but it's like a bad Philidor. You're just giving black a chance to do something bad, basically. I would prefer the knight c3 move order. After knight f3, black has to play d5. There's really no other choice. If you play knight c3, you're giving me a chance to do something stupid, i.e. play e5. So 90% of people who play this two knights variation are not using his move order. Though there's no real disadvantage. But usually when people play it against me, I see something really dumb. The exchange on d5. Bobby Fischer claimed that he claimed like this takes and knight e5 was a good line for white, but it looks like it's equal, objectively. He was starting to get a little loopy toward the end. d3. Very many games here. Fischer also played this, famously against Paul Curious, where he lost 2 times in this line. Though I don't remember their exact move order now. Fischer never had a great result against the Caro-Kann. He never seemed to find a system he was really happy with. Though he was incredibly strong on the Roi Lopez and against the Sicilian. French and Caro-Kann were not so easy. Well, no. The advanced variation is not the best against the French. Most people consider that innocuous. I'm not a French player, but I can tell you that the French players don't consider the advanced to be dangerous. A lot of Sicilian players will allow transposition to the advance because it's considered harmless. You have to play either one of the main lines with white, knight d2 or knight c3, to get any chance for a serious advantage. This is interesting. Now, what else is he going to play there other than bishop d2? So d4, knight b1, a5 or something like that. I think that's actually okay for white. It feels like it's wrong. d4, knight b1. I should really know this. I don't play the Caro-Kann that much, though. The advanced variation is not great. This is a Caro, not a French, though. Well, it's a good start out, basic, easy to understand system against the French, the advanced variation. But I don't think that ultimately, on a high level, it has any serious chance. So a3, suspect maybe bishop a5 is a move here. I don't want to give up my bishop for nothing. Queen a5, he just moves the rook. So I could also play bishop d6, I guess. Bishop e7 is passive but playable. Wow. Castle's queenside. Holy. Unpredictable, Batman. That is not what we expected. So if I play d4 and we exchange bishops, I'm concerned about my development slightly, like d4, knight b1. I like the exchange of this bishop, but after d4, knight b1, bishop d2, knight d2, I can't play e5 because of queen g3 hitting my g7 and e5 pawns. The truth is my development is kind of slow. Now he gave up his center. He trades off his own center. So what's the point? I don't get it. Does he have some kind of tactical reason? Mirales, welcome. Mirales. He's trying to turn this into a Jabava London or something. Alright, yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I'm going to try to be principled. Yeah, he's playing the Jabava London attack. It's crazy. But I guess positionally sound. I literally never had a Caro-Kann that looked like this. Whoa. What if I sack the exchange here? Do I have anything against his king? Interesting move. Weird. Yeah, this is kind of creepy. I can't really predict this player's moves at all. But he is like ultra fast apparently. Check this move out. A4? Just in the nick of time. He's 2,000 in bullet. Extremely weird game. He's so insanely fast. How could he possibly be 2,000 in bullet? Practically Zugzwang. Yeah. Dude, you're 10 times faster than me. You're trash at fast time controls. Okay. Alright, whatever. Extremely strong player. I don't know. Well, I don't play bullet either, but you obviously would be a very high-rated bullet player. Alright. That's a mouse slip. We will not play the London. A lot of losses today. Nemo 2017. Another new opponent. He's also got the low bullet rating. Alright. The low bullet ratings who are faster than me. Basically, bishop g3 is a bad London by transposition. I don't know why I'm playing this with white. Does everybody create like a new account every week on lichess or something? It seems like everyone we play is like from the last 2 weeks. New account. Hopefully they're leaving other chess sites to play here permanently. Pawn takes. Slightly weird decision. We have a better pawn structure. Black is fine though, right? Saw a similar game yesterday. Yeah, I know that GM Tranquilizer. That was obviously you. You have like 20 different accounts. What happened here? He's sacking a pawn. It's not you? Well, it's definitely one of the players who's played on the stream. If it's not you, it's definitely one of the others. It's not a random person. I believed you, though. So white just sacked a pawn for not enough. Man, my hand is messed up. Alright. Good old Kasparov. Let's trade queens. Nemo gave me a pawn for no reason. Actually, black was better. I didn't have time to explain it, but after this, now he has e5, right? Aren't I maybe worse after e5 here by black? I'll move 15. Prem 666. I guess because Fabiano's not a Blitz player, basing his whole career on playing bullet chess, would have something to do with that. But he's never scored as well in Blitz. Both of our queens are in a very, very strange position here. Yeah, actually black's probably alright. He is down a pawn, but not lost necessarily. I don't know, Tranquilizer. Was this some kind of over-the-board game? Yeah, f6 is an annoying move here. After that, it looks like black is staying in the game. It's not been my day today. Now my queen is in a super awkward position. f6 is an excellent move. Sebi raiding with a party of 1. All raids are welcome. Sparkle Horse 2004, you challenged. Accept it. Excuse me? Excuse me? Wait, where are we going here? The other GM Tranquilizer. His other alt account. The problem is that pawn needs to stay protected. Did I trap my queen yet? Virtually. I got tons of challenges. We'll be here for about an hour yet. But I don't take the rated challenges. 3-0. Clearly, I mean it when I say 5+3 casual. It says it at the bottom of the stream, but don't anybody else challenge. We've got enough challenges for now. If you're not on the challenge list already, you're not going to get to play against me today. All right. It's been so hard to make progress here. Every time I make a move, he's got some other trick of some sort. Knight G6. Well, I challenged right before you said no more challenges. I don't know. Depends on how much time we have. Depends on how long the games are, JNS. Can't predict the future. It's a simple system. I just play whoever I get first, and we get to play as many games as we can. Not that complicated. You have to be 5+3 casual. We take the games in order. But I've already gotten beaten a couple times. Next Swiss tournament, Tuesday. For our team, 4 challenges are my account out of those 10. Yeah, me and Schieberspieler are getting a little tired of that. Subomitra, Sparklehurst 2004. What are the other ones? Chess PMG. Yeah, he's becoming kind of a problematic troll. Are you one of his accounts, JNS? Maybe I should stay in the center. Center is better. Deep calculation. And he has rook f7. I missed it. It shouldn't be enough to save the game, though. I just didn't see this. But he's a clear exchange down. Now the rook exchange is fatal. I don't know, but that's a scary thought, JNS. I don't think they're real people. They're just like bots created by chess.com. Or the benefactors therein. Alright, this pawn is coming through. It will not be stopped. It's nice to win a game today. My second win today. It's no fun to resign. Missed the mate in one. Oh well. Alright. I pre-moved. Oh no, play like Kasparov, Sumitra, Tukame. This is a new account. Chess PMG. We played once before. Another one of the group. Dinakis. Jernvlad. I got a challenge from Creative Minds. 3+2 is too fast. Anyway, it's probably too late. Termi. Sorry I'm playing so bad today. Hello, I hope you're having a great morning. I'm new to chess, just had a random question. How does one become a master? Just curious. Yeah, I mean, the term master is kind of general. Like any country can have its own system to determine what they consider to be a national master, I guess. But generally based on the concept of... loosely based on the concept of a rating of 2200. Yeah, national master. But I mean, I suppose the concept of this can vary from country to country. National master in the US of A is 2200 national rating. That's the pretty much standard. The International Chess Federation created a copycat title to equivalate. Is that a word? Equivalate. I made it a word if it's not a word. To equivalate the US national master, the so-called candidate master. The rating requirement is 2200. So that's the approximate rating you need to achieve. It took me about 7 years to reach national master from beginner status. But I had a lot of time on my hands in my youth. If you're starting later, it's harder. Knight g5 is an interesting move. Weird. What are you doing over there? I mean, like, yeah, if you're 23 years old, you're just starting as a beginner in chess, and you'd like to become a national master. I would say, like, if you can make it by 30, you're doing okay. But if you probably quit your life and only play chess every day, you could make it more quickly. What are we doing? We're trying to win a pawn here. Knight takes d5. I don't think so. I want to just get a good grip on the center. But noobs can faster improve than when I was a kid. And I'm sure the time has been cut in half. Like, what took me 7 years can probably be achieved in half that time nowadays with online training. Uh-oh. A3. Up to no good. Yeah, actually, MC Craft Time is like he's 2000 and he's been stuck there. That's common situation. Usually, people get stuck anywhere between like 1600 and 2200, somewhere in that range, and never improve. Sebi just raided with a party of one again. Double raid. Thank you for the double raid. Play like Kasparov is... Let's see. What about bishop f5 here? No. I guess f5. Well, I don't know what FIDE does with titles. You have to understand, JNS, that at the end of the day, the International Chess Federation's main goal is not to promote chess. It's to make money. So, although that's sad to say and true, I don't think it should be like that. But they say they award titles to little kids to promote chess and encourage their development or whatever. I don't agree, like, you know, the title should be awarded necessarily. But I mean, maybe that player is just really underrated. They probably won some kind of competition, some kind of one tournament competition. I've seen a lot of cases of that. I mean, in India in particular, like, the ratings are massively underrated. I mean, I'm seeing people who are coming to Hungary to play in tournaments who are like 1,300, but they're 2,000 strength. It seems to be a common situation. A lot of people, 700-800 points, like, stronger than their ratings, because they simply haven't played in years, or they haven't played enough rated tournaments. The problem with FIDE, and someone asked this earlier, why I don't like FIDE, for example, they charge money to make tournaments rated. See, this is the first problem. You're charging chess federations a fee to make the tournaments rated. Chess federations that can't afford to pay for these tournaments to be rated. So what happens? Well, none of the tournaments actually get rated because chess federations can't afford to pay exorbitant fees to the International Chess Federation. Therefore, most tournaments aren't rated, and people just have, like, wildly inaccurate ratings. The International Chess Federation should have sponsors to support to support itself, not charging chess federations to pay to have tournaments rated. You're just discouraging chess. You're not encouraging chess. You're discouraging it by creating a system like that, where it's like pay to play. It's sad. We had this a lot in the US. I have like local tournaments that aren't rated. One of my best results, my last tournament in the United States, which was the last time I played a tournament in the US, maybe not my last one, my second to last tournament, I had a tremendous result, won the New England Open, and the tournament wasn't rated FIDE. It was like, what? I would have gained like 30 ELO points for winning like a regional tournament. Instead, I got nothing. Because our local state didn't want to pay for this FIDE rating fees. Anyways, it causes a lot of problems. I mean, people are going to be underrated. So what do we got here? Play like Kasparov. Play like Kasparov. I don't know about this decision by me, but I guess it's alright. Oh, the sunlight. Sorry, it's hard to keep track of where the sun is. Thank you for letting me know. Divine radiation. It's called. I should have taken with a rook. Perhaps. So the less relevant FIDE becomes, I think, the less relevant the ratings are. Basically, the FIDE ratings are their only way of controlling the world of chess. I think the whole organization becomes useless when the FIDE rating system is absurd and useless. It doesn't take that much to maintain a rating system. Like, one guy could do that pretty much for the whole world. Basically one piece up. Almost offered a draw there. I guess he doesn't have, like, Vladimir Kramnik as a coach, Schieberspieler. Not everyone's as lucky as that guy. If Kramnik was my coach, I would be strong too. He must have incredible support. It's amazingly difficult to win this. Coach Vlad. Moving the screen didn't help my game. Yeah, lichess 2300 is stronger than 1400 by a little. Not by much, though. So there's no way to beat him here. This is weird. I'm up a piece, but I can't win. Strange. There's no way to beat him. Unbreakable fortress. Morales said I was up a piece. He was lying? Are you serious? That's not right, to lie to me like that. How do I win this position? It's unbelievable. Wow. What? How strong a bullet player is this guy? Pretty interesting. I think he's much stronger than me, it's safe to assume, as a player. Who's 1885 in bullet, also suspicious. There's no way you could be 1800 in bullet and defend like that. I missed a mate. What mate? He's totally sus. He's always been sus. What mate? You know better than I do. I've only played like 30 games with the guy, so obviously you know better. Super smart chess player. What mate in 3? I have a mate in 3 with like 2 seconds on the clock. Alright. You have your engine turned on while you're watching the game. It's easier to see the mate then. That's right. Relish, you're not even on the list, dude. It's like you're not connected to lichess, I guess. How's your internet doing? No, Morales, we'll play you next. It didn't used to happen. Something changed with lichess, and now the challenges get randomized again. You don't get put back into the list like you used to be. I don't know why that's the case, but it's totally changed. Yeah, well, who knows? I'm only letting Morales have a pass because he's a VIP. The rest of you have to stay in the lichess line. VIPs have special privileges. They get to play when they want to play. B6 is a weird move. You have to play 350 games. You just have to play 300 games against me. It's more than money can buy. Sorry about the screen, but I've got sunlight. The window in my office is a disaster. The shade is like a few millimeters too small, and the crack of sunlight comes through onto the webcam directly, and it keeps moving while I'm streaming as the sun goes higher in the sky. It's been a constant source of annoyance here. Black made a very strange pawn sacrifice. Insufficient compensation. So e5 doesn't work. I left USA to escape the corrupt healthcare system, because I don't want to pay $1,500 a month for my family to have healthcare. I don't think that's acceptable. No one should have to do that. To literally like pay a quarter of your income or more. It's unacceptable. So some insurance executives can be billionaires. Totally unacceptable. Anyway, all right, what do we do now? Well, it's not why I left, but that's why I'm not going back. Let's put it that way. Dude, I mean, there's these chess players that I see all the time moving to St. Louis. Good luck with that. You can only live a good life in the United States if you're wealthy. Otherwise, it's a brutal struggle. I think a lot of people just assume that it's a wonder. But the system is broken. All right. No, I mean, it would be cool to move to Canada or somewhere where the socialized medicine exists. The UK and Canada have have sensible healthcare systems. But the United States is just broken. I can't live somewhere where I have to pay 25% of my income for healthcare. More than your rent is for healthcare. That's insane. Not to mention taxes and all the other stuff. Land of the free. Whatever. Alright, let's go with e6. This is a good move. That was my original plan when I got distracted. But speaking of India, like, you guys have a serious problem with COVID now. It's spiraled out of control. What's going to happen there? Are they going to like force Modi to resign or something? The people are calling for Modi to resign. But I guess that will never happen. But the pandemic in India is way out of control. Yeah. I mean, Agnes Karajewski, welcome. Modi's so popular he can't be kicked out. But he's done like nothing for the pandemic. Bishop takes f3. I have pawn takes d7. Pawn takes d7. I'm winning a piece. You have a trick? No. Well, I don't support nationalist politics in any country, so I can't support Modi. He's the poster boy for nationalism. But I understand people that do. Queen d8, or d8 queen. Rook takes e1. d8 queen. This was the plan. Well, most countries have corrupt politicians. It's like chess federations. Only corrupt people go into politics in the first place, for the most part. So, by definition, everyone's going to be corrupt. Alright, we're just up a queen. Queen for a rook. But I'm just against, like, nationalistic things. It's been a big issue in the United States. It's a big issue here in Hungary. I believe in a global world. So, things like climate change, we can't solve that with a nationalistic agenda. It's facing the whole world. All right, Sumo Mitra. We can't pretend we don't all live in the same world on some island or something. He's not giving up, though. He has sort of fortress going on here. This is not funny anymore. Possible fortress. Yeah, I was reading about Indian politics a little bit today. I don't know that much about it. Very complicated. So you're having like there are like big rallies in some regions that are holding elections, was what I understood. All right, Antonio, I'm sorry you can't play. Guys, I have time for like 30 more minutes here. Sumamitra trolling me. Don't do that. He's trolling me. adding more time. Alright, Tukame. Just PMG, one of the new accounts. So we lost Morales, sadly. Guys, don't anybody else challenge. Me. That's the nationalist agenda. Masturbate, it's good to have you here. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Sorry we couldn't play with Morales. Yeah, I was pretty pissed when there were political rallies in the US during the pandemic. It's a bad idea. I mean, I'm tired of being locked down without a vaccine. I have no access to a vaccine here. I want the pandemic to be over like everybody else. But everybody has to contribute to helping to stop it. Super smart chess player hasn't played a single game against me. You need to wake up earlier, I guess. You're not even in the challenge list. Are you? Alright, so wait a minute. Queen b3. The COVID is out of control. It's out of control here in Hungary too. I can't get a vaccine because I don't have a national health care number. So I'm like waiting for that, but that could take months. I don't know. Till my application goes through. The US Embassy won't do anything. So I'm basically faced with the choice to wait to get vaccinated or fly back to the United States just to get a COVID vaccine. But in a lot of countries, access isn't even that easy. At least I have the option to fly back and get vaccinated. But I have to wait till the rest of the people in my family are safe before I can even think about doing that. So it's a complicated situation. Alright. COVID is out of control. I agree. I don't know if we're doomed, but it certainly doesn't look good right now. I try to retain like a positive attitude, but it's not fun. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere, can't travel. Can't play in chess tournaments, I can't play poker. I can't leave my house more than like to go for a walk. It's pretty depressing. The numbers from the US are impressive. So like 2 in 100 or something was what I saw. We're still getting sick from after vaccination. The vaccines are promising, but with countries like India and Brazil where it's completely out of control and there's going to be like more and more like new variants, it's just going to get harder. That's why everybody has to be part of the global community. Nationalism just doesn't work. You can pretend you're in a bubble in Hungary or India or Brazil or whatever, but you're not. You know, you're really not in a bubble. You're part of like a global community, whether you want to be or not. And what you do affects the other residents of the country, of the world, obviously. Are we going to go for d5 here? Does this work? Intuitive sacrifice. I decided to go for it. This knight on d2 is a problem. Right from the beginning. I mean, I always thought that was a strange move. By the way, 92 is the recommendation of the Chess Encyclopedia. I played it myself in an over-the-board game. Well, no, it was actually not. It was an online game. What are we doing? We're down a pawn. Damn. I have no way to access f7. If I play d6, he just takes it with the bishop. If knight g5, queen d7. It looked like kind of a dead end. I'm concerned I don't have enough here. This doesn't even work, does it? I'm just down a pawn now. Did he have a stronger move? Bishop takes d5, winning a pawn. Cutting me down in the prime of my life. It looks like that was even stronger. Wow. Yeah, the best part is if I fly back to the United States to get my vaccination, and then I get sick while I'm there. There's an article in the Atlantic about this, if anybody's interested. If I fly back to the United States as an expat, get my vaccination, get sick while I'm there, have to go in the hospital, I have no health care, then I lost everything I own. Catch 22. You have to go in the hospital in the United States, you can expect like $100,000 bill for a week's stay or something. I mean, I don't know. It's out of control. Compensation for pawn, but max. Max just compensation for the pawn. Is white better? Okay, maybe. Bishop takes c4, queen c4, queen d5. Yes. He's hanging on. We only have compensation for the sacrificed pawn. So that's got to be a blunder. He has to try to trade queens here with queen d5, I would assume. Now he has to be lost after rook d1. The only way to salvage yourself there is to break the pin. Oh, Schieberspiel, you're streaming today. I'm finished at 1:30. You guys can catch the Schieberspieler stream. Do you have a simul or tournament today? I know you sent me a message. I was completely out of it when I read my messages yesterday. So Schieberspieler is doing a simul, guys. Queen trades are welcome. What do I have here for the mate? The student body attack. Be calm and carry on. Queen e4 looks pretty strong. This enables him to develop, do you think? Possibly not the best move. Giving him time to develop. Actually, it looks really strong. Yeah. We got this. Centralization. OMG. We got this? I said we got this? We don't got this. My queen is trapped. Oh no, that's a queen. I'm hallucinating. This is a rook, and I thought I'm losing my queen after knight c6. It's not a queen. That's a relief. But he's still got some chances here to hang on. Weird hallucination. I thought his queen was a rook. And my queen was getting trapped to rook c8. This takes a little technique, but it should be winning. Guys, 20 minutes. We have time for 2 more games, probably. Next up, lichess and Sparkle Horse 2004. Account B. Alright. That's a pawn. That will cost you a pawn. Important pawn. That's his extra pawn. Cheapo hunter. Rook d6. Very solid. But eventually white should be able to grind him down. Yeah, Sheeverspiel will take a look at the candidates, now just in the opening stages. You're not missing anything exciting yet. What do we do? C4? I really don't want to trade. I don't want to trade stuff. At this juncture. Probably I should wait for him to play c4 before I make this move. We have to very slowly improve the position. Not at this juncture. We're almost getting in there. F4 could be a decisive breakthrough. That's it. He's a rook down. Thank you for the game. lichess. We got time for 2 more. The only thing that works still is my endgame technique. Sheeverspieler, stay tuned after my stream goes goes off the air for Schieberspieler. Simul and a look at the candidates. How's my sun? We had very bright sunlight. Uh-oh. Dnek is playing e4, knight c3. He usually plays open. He'll probably transpose now. The anti-murales. You could play closed. Yeah, it's a good system. Transposing to the closed Sicilian. Old man variation. Sladgie versus Josh Whiteskin. 1991. Famous. Knight versus rook draw. I probably played something like g4 against Josh. But he was stronger than me back then. f5. Dvoretsky says you always take the opposite way. So if he takes gf, we take ef. If he takes ef, we take gf. The Dvoretsky method. Now if they don't take, nobody ever told me what to do. I don't know what to do after that. Now, I don't like this knight coming in h5. We have to apply the Dvoretsky system here. What happens if ef5? Do I really want to let this guy play knight h5? I'm not sure that's how it works there. Maybe we can let him. Interesting. Alright. What about this pawn? It's not a problem? Like knight b5? We can deal with that. Looks like a standard close Sicilian. Very boring position. GF... GF? No, GF, EF. GF, EF? Or EF, GF, knight h5. EF, GF, knight h5, bishop h8, I guess. Now his structure is sus. Sus structure. So he's got the sus structure. I don't know if that's really right. Yes, my d5 square is weak. EFGH. The J file. Does anybody else forget the alphabet sometimes? I'm like, what's after H? It's I, right? Alright, knight takes f5, the I file, like the iPhone. There is no I file. Wait, has good squares here for the pieces. Excuse me, these two squares. But normally Dunekis always played open Sicilian, so this is like a something new or something old? Schieber Simul. The iPhone, no iFile. Right. Development is welcome. Does Schieberspieler say that? I never heard him say that, but it sounds like something he would say. Development. I like my bishop. And I don't know about that knight on g3. It better go to e4, right? He's going to go to e4. And g5 is not welcome. Queen I6. Queen I6 would be devastating. Queen I3. That's like something from cheese.com. They have like bigger chessboards. Actually, on Lee Drafts, you can play all different size chessboards. I mean, checkerboards, obviously. Alternate size chessboards with the I file would definitely change endgame theory. If you made the board bigger, space advantage would no longer quite as much meaning. Everything would be looser. Alright, just the structural advantage. If knight there, no longer. We're taking it away. You're not allowed to put your pieces on e4, but it's very symmetrical here. And white's position is pretty solid. So Caruana's playing MVL? No. You're talking about the old game. So what are the pairings for today? Nepomniachtchi playing Caruana. This is the game of the tournament, maybe. What are any other interesting pairings? Is Bishop G8 really a good move? This doesn't seem right. Agiri ding. Pressure on the hanging pawns is not so easy to produce here. G5. Is G5 a thing? You think... Sparklers 2004 says, I think Caruana or Nepo might be selected for candidates. I understand. It was weird the way you phrased it. But it's not really a matter of being selected, right? Qualify. It's a safe bet. Basically, Sparkle Horse 2004 is essentially stating the obvious. That those guys are the favorites at this point, which we know. Oh man, this has been a tough day today. You guys really made me suffer. I have nothing. Absolutely zilch. I wish I hadn't played Bishop G8 now. That was a really big waste of time. Now all the rooks just left the board. Geary wins it. So is that your prediction? I think my king can come back to the land of the living now. Not really. But don't be too you can't be too sure. You can never be too sure. So you can probably bet on the candidates. Does anybody know a betting site? Do the major betting sites have chess? It's something to think about. Maybe I should check it out. Probably sports books are taking bets on this. It hadn't even entered my mind. Not much enters my mind. My mind these days, anyway. It's so exciting. I mean, that's why I love playing the closed Sicilian with black. It's non-stop. It really gets your pulse racing playing the black side, or either side of the closed Sicilian for that matter. Could be tricks here. F5, knight F5. He's trying to set up F5. Broadcasting software. Yep. Did we win a pawn? Give me that pawn. I'll take anything I can get at this point. We have so little winning chances this whole game. A pawn is like a massive advantage. Stumbled. Stumbleophagus. Where do you think you're going? Bishop b4. Okay, good move, I guess. What am I going to do? Nothing else to do. This is not easy to make progress. I assumed this was winning with the outside pawn. Lobster. Endgame lobster. Alright. That is not good. Why is Ali Reza not selected? It's not a bullet tournament. Did you know that? Thankfully. Alright. Last game. Last game. Guys, I'm going to raid Schieberspieler while I continue this game. It's a little late, so I want to go ahead and do this raid. Raid Schieberspieler. The easiest name ever to spell. The raid is in effect. Raiding, about to raid. Boom. The raid is on the way. Rook Cooker. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. Don't forget to tune in on Sunday. Bye-bye.